Well, we've hit another milestone, episode 130 in the universe of meaningless numbers. 130. Yes, it feels like quite an accomplishment. 130. Is there anything in history involved with the number 130? I don't know. But I do know this. I got to follow these guys, these wiser statesmen of musicology. And luckily for me, I've got YouTube in my back pocket. Why they even let me change the name of the channel, like I told you, from my name to Find Music. It was the easiest thing I ever done in my life. And they're always giving me, that algorithm's always giving me something juicy to listen on. And this one is from the 70s. Whoa, another act that I did not even know existed from the 70s. And let's let that cat out of the bag right now with a little screen share. I'm talking about James Vincent. Heard of him?
Wow, no.
Nope.
No. Who's
Gene
this?
Vincent, not James.
This is James Vincent. Now,
Wow.
if I was a good student, I would have Wikipedia'd his name or something so I could say something intelligent about him. And I did search the name mainly because I wanted to know, how vast the discography was, and it's only 3 albums from 74 to 78 every other year. And the intriguing thing about this artist is that each album is actually a different genre than the other one. This is a versatile dude. I think he was a studio musician. Oh, what the heck? I'm going to try to be intelligent. Go to my wiki. This moment of silence brought to you by James Vincent. Okay. Now, this is part of the problem. When you look it up, there's more than one James Vincent, but the other ones included another name to differentiate themselves from the original. They even have a question on here: who is James Vincent? And maybe this is why I didn't stay with it, because he's so hard to freaking find. But all music came through that old channel with all the pop-ups. No, it didn't. See, that's the thing. What? Okay, this is, yeah, it's him. Okay. Little biography here. See if this matters at all. Okay. He was born in Chicago, Illinois. He's an American born in Chicago, Illinois in 1943. Raised on the south side of Chicago, home of the contemporary urban blues. He took up the guitar at an early age. As a wee lad, he drew inspiration from the blues, but also from diverse musical forms, including jazz, fusion, and salsa. I believe it, listening to these albums. He emulated B.B. King, Johnny Smith, Chet Atkins. He formed a very popular Chicago band called The Exceptions in 1968. He was a studio musician for Chess Records.
Oh, wow.
In 69, he did what Frederick Whitlock did. He moved to San Francisco. And there he met this guy named Jerry Garcia. You might have heard of him. And he was especially impressed with John Laughlin's Mahavishnu Orchestra, the fusion style, right? And so he turned down an offer to join Earth, Wind, and Fire. You start to see the versatility already. It's in the music. He worked with these bands during the era: Rufus, Santana, Etta James, and Greg Allman. Hey, that's quite a pedigree. And that's it there. Okay. Back to what really counts, the music. All right, so the one from 74 here is listed as progressive rock. And what it really sounds like is Chicago, believe it or not. It's got horns, it's got the production, some vocal tracks, some instrumental tracks. It's just plain good, though. Just plain good. I think I said when I put this up in Fine Music that, yeah, what did I put before I even read the Wikipedia article? I said, this guy sounds like Chicago and Earth, Wind, and Fire. And he was invited to join Earth, Wind, and Fire. Makes perfect sense. Yeah, especially when you get to the later albums. 1976's Space Traveler is a lot like what it sounds. This album is jazzier, more fusion oriented. And then you go to the third album, Waiting for the Rain, and all of a sudden, this guy is a soulster. He's got female singers, and these three records could not be more different. And they're by the same artist. And they're all good, all different. So maybe I didn't have a lot to say about James Vincent, but love these albums, love these three albums. So can't say much more.
Etta James, have either one of you had a chance? Did you ever have a chance to see her perform?
No.
No,
Oh man, I saw her at the Belly up here at Solana Beach. She was in a wheelchair. They wheeled her out in a wheelchair. She did not look very good, not very healthy, but man, she could wail. I mean, what a voice. Just tremendous. And
She's one of the top 5 of all time, right?
in my book, she is.
yeah.
In my book, she is.
It's amazing she was able to make that jump from R&B to blues.
Man,
Really.
well, she's one of those performers where you just go, okay, you've got it. You know what I mean? No denying. I mean, I thought Grace Slick was about the same way at one point. She was the boss. I mean, and so James Vincent did he just stopped recording? Is he still alive?
We're still recording, but I can stop it.
No, I mean James Vincent.
James Vincent, what about him?
Around?
I said everything I could say. I don't have a lot to say about this guy, except that there's these 3 albums are phenomenal. They're really good.
Cool.
I mean, I was deeply surprised because the label was progressive rock. And I'm listening, I go, man, it sounds like Chicago.
I wonder if he has any new things on Bandcamp or something.
Yeah, well, where'd I get these? I got these from Eastern Europe.
Chess Records, a Chess Records studio musicians. That must have been pretty interesting too.
Yeah,
interesting guy. Great music. I mean, it was just so versatile. It's just so many flavors in that music. It's not one dimensional at all. It's really good. I'd play it, but I don't want to risk it. You go out there, people. 130, episode 130 says, if you like Chicago and Earth, Wind, and Fire and Fusion and Etta James and Rufus, which is kind of same category anyway, and Santana, that's right, there's some of that flavor in this music too. It's just very tasty. James Vincent, 130 in the can.